NFT traders and degens have been going nuts for Trump Digital Trading cards. This was a 45,000 item collection sold at $99 and it ran up to an incredible floor, almost 10x what this sale price was. In today's video, we're going to jump in, have a look at the stats, break down just who the top traders, degens are on this collection. And to kick things off, when we actually jump in and have a look at OpenSea, we can see here that Trump Digital Trading cards has done almost 10 times the volume that Bored Ape Yacht Club has done. So it is absolutely crazy. And you know it's a great project when we have derivatives. And what you can see here is we've got Biden, we've got Obama, we've got Elon, we've got Kennedy, we've got Putin. So the derivatives are in full swing. Anyway, to kick things off, let's jump into Nansen. Now, Nansen is a great tool that I like to use. I actually have a link for Nansen down below. It's an affiliate link, so if you use it, I get a kickback, and also a tutorial on how to use Nansen up here. Now, like I said, it has the 45,000 supply, which is quite large, seeing that most large collections are a 10K collection. So it is absolutely crazy. What is nuts here is that it did kind of run around and hover, and then as soon as it did kind of hit sellout, it started to just climb. And it just climbed up, and we've had this crazy blow off top. Now, what is interesting here is we've had two peaks, then we actually came down lower. So it didn't look like it was going to run up too much higher. It looked like it was going to die here. Same kind of deal here. We had a price run up, then a cool off. We've had a big run up here. I don't think this is a just turn around and bounce right back. It does look like we've had this crazy blow off top, but looking at this chart, it is absolutely insane. It just almost looks parabolic in what you would see in a regular crypto run and pump all over a 3-day period, which is crazy, great fun, great thing to kind of be a part of and see and witness, and it's absolutely nuts. Now, what I want to touch on here is the price. The price is in Matic. Now, each Matic is around 80 US cents. So when we have a look here, when it says 1,000, just imagine it's around $800. So you looking at some of these prices, we can see here the average price that is denominated by this yellow line. It ran up and it was sitting at around that sort of 11 to 1200 Matic, so around 1,000 US dollars. That's where that kind of peak was back here, right there. Yeah, at around sort of the average price at 1,300 Matic, which is crazy insane. And when it comes to the volume, they've essentially done $3.3 million over a 24-hour period, which is almost the exact same price that it minted out at. It minted out at a $4.5 million raise. Now, what we're going to do right now is jump into the balances, see who's holding the most, see who is the biggest bag holder when it comes to Trump Digital Trading cards. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ignore the very first account because it is 1,000, but we're going to have a look at the second. So we can see one person here, 329, so essentially 330. They own a big, large chunk of this collection. And to actually kind of round out the top 20, you have 100 people. So there are some people that have loaded up some large amounts when it comes down to the Trump Digital Trading cards. Now, what is very strange about the holders in this collection is that these aren't what you would usually see in the top holders of a project. You would see a lot of ENS names, things like that, but because they had the ability for people to buy using like credit card and different fiat payment methods, it meant that you could have people buying in a whole series of these without actually having to go through the typical process of setting up a MetaMask wallet. So when you actually jump in and have a look at some of these collectors, all they're holding is Trump trading cards, which I would say is a red flag and looked bad if you were to look at wallets that just held that project. But when you actually get a wallet that's just holding this, they could have actually bought all of their NFTs through the credit card application. And you can see here that here is another account that's just holding some Trump. But just to kind of prove that it's not all people like that, you actually do have someone here that's holding 113, and they're holding a series of other random projects as well. So they are kind of in there heavy and deep in the NFT space, in their degens, and saw an opportunity with Trump Digital Collectibles. Now, what we're going to do right now is check out the profit leaderboard, the people that have taken the most profits in the space. And what we can see here is that the top profit taker, 44,000, which is around 35,000 US dollars profit. That's what they've made. And what they've done here is they've actually bought 152 and sold 141. So they're still holding a little tidy bag. And I've touched on this in previous videos, but it's almost all of these people have not sold all of their holdings. So a lot of these people went hard in on actually buying into the project, but they haven't sold all. Now, the reason that I'm pointing this out is this is NFTs bought, and then you've got NFTs sold. And if there are less sold than bought, it means that they're still holding on to some. And even these collectors, they're still holding on to a sizable amount of their collectibles, so they are having a great time and they see some conviction and a little bit of fun and degeneracy when it comes to Trump Digital Trading cards. Now, what we're going to do is have a look at the top 5 buying addresses, the people that own the most, where they actually entered into the project, and they entered in all the way up to the pump. So the people that are the top holders of the project, they were actually entering in all the way up the pump, and they haven't accumulated any on the draw back down. Now with the smart money, and I find this interesting that smart money is in on this project, but I'm also not too surprised the fact that there has been a big pump and smart money is always there to make some money. They had the big accumulation at the bottom, and they have then peppered in some purchases here and there, but they have actually been buying some of the dip down that we have recently seen. So when it comes to the smart money, they got in early and they got in short, so they actually saw a bit of an upside. But when it comes down to the smart money selling, what you can see here is that we've actually had the smart money selling all the way up into the pump. Now, I feel like this is more of an indication they bought in thinking that it had a chance to run up, and then smart money has gone, hey, this can continuously run. This also shows you just how far the memeability of this can go. The fact is, a lot of the smart money sold at half of where the peak was, and the peak was that 1,200 Matic, and they were selling between 200 and 600, this big sizable chunk here. So it shows you that the smart money didn't think it had the legs to actually run as far as it did, and it went absolutely crazy, absolutely insane, and I like it. I think it shows you the power of the meme of Donald Trump and the digital trading cards. So that is a look at Donald Trump's NFT project, Trump Digital Trading cards. It is just absolute degeneracy in the space, and it brings a little bit of excitement. For those of you that are new to the space, go to something like OpenSea. I'll actually have a link to Trump's OpenSea down below so you can check it out. You can also check out and see what people are buying, selling, and then you can do something fun. You go highest last sale, and you can actually see what the highest last sale is. And this one, 37 ETH, and ETH to USD, that is around $43,000. So that is what someone thinks this card is worth. And then there are some sizable sales around the 20 ETH mark. So it is absolutely crazy, a little bit of fun. Hopefully you found value in this video. If you did, please consider hitting up that subscribe button. And while you're down there, also hit up the like button. As always, it's been a pleasure having you with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.